These men were working more than 200 meters above the ground, with no protection at all. But this story begins somewhere else. Inside this structure, the Statue of Liberty is not just a statue. Decades later, New York would push that idea to its limit.
But this story doesn't begin in New York. Paris, 1878. This is where it all began. But this time, we didn't come for the tower.
We came for something else that doesn't exist yet.
They told us it all starts in a workshop.
And with someone we already know. This is it.
We've seen this before.
It's the same language.
He should be here.
There he is.
It's not common to receive visitors here, but I suppose there's a reason.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Monsieur Eiffel. We wanted to understand how it works.
Interesting. I don't recognize that instrument.
It's hard to explain.
The best ideas are usually like that. Come on. If you've made it this far, it's at least worth taking a good look at. This is something different. It was meant to be designed by Viollet-le-Duc. But after his death, I had to make it stand. Wait here for me a moment. The vision is his. This is Frederick Bartholdi, sculptor.
It's an honor to meet you, Monsieur Bartholdi.
Your work is truly extraordinary.
You are most kind. Welcome. I'll leave you with Monsieur Bartholdi. I must return to my work. We're not building a statue. We shape it, piece by piece. But copper alone cannot stand.
It needs a structure.
So we built a skeleton.
You built it.
And then we took it apart. It had to cross the ocean.
So New York could receive it.
Now, we begin again. First the structure, then the skin.
So first they build the skeleton.
And then they cover it like an outer layer. Look. This is what's really going on. From the outside, it looks like a single piece.
But in reality, it's a complete system of layers, structure, and assembled parts.
The outer layer is copper skin.
It's not solid. It's made of relatively thin sheets, worked to give shape to the body. That skin can't support all the weight on its own.
Its main function is to provide visual form, not to act as a solid, load-bearing wall. What really gives it stability is its internal skeleton.
That's where structural engineering comes in.
Friedrich Bartholdi defined the grand sculptural vision.
But Gustave Eiffel and his team helped figure out how to actually support it. This central piece functions as the great backbone.
It's the main structural core upon which the whole depends. Secondary supports extend from that core.
These elements connect the main structure to the outer skin. The outer skin shouldn't be rigidly trapped.
It needed some independence to respond to movement and temperature changes. A statue that tall can't behave like an immobile stone.
It must tolerate minor deformations without being damaged. Metal also changes with temperature.
That's why the system had to allow for expansion and contraction without breaking its shape. The arm with the torch was one of the most demanding areas.
Because it concentrates effort, projection, and exposure to the wind. The head and the crown also demanded precision.
It wasn't enough to sculpt them, they had to be supported without distorting their shape. The statue was manufactured in parts in France.
Each section had to be able to be produced, checked, and then assembled with precision. It wasn't just about manufacturing individual parts.
They also had to check that the entire system fit together correctly before the trip. Then, everything was dismantled and shipped by sea.
It was a huge feat of engineering and logistics, too. In New York, the work was reborn, piece by piece.
First structure, then connections, and finally the skin completing the figure. First the core.
Then the structure.
And on the outside, the copper skin that completes the picture. The Statue of Liberty can't be understood simply by looking at it from the outside.
It's understood when you discover that its true miracle lies in how it was conceived from within. Thank you for what you've given to the world. It belongs to all of us now. This is not just a monument.
It's incredible that it had to build twice.
From the outside, it looks like a sculpture.
But inside, it's pure engineering. A skin that isn't structure.
And a structure that doesn't need to be shown. What if we see what came next?
Let's go to the city. Get ready. Destination set. New York, 1930s.
This isn't modern New York.
No. We are in the 1930s. The Great Depression, millions out of work.
This place feels heavy. What is this?
Something huge is beginning. This isn't a building.
It's an entire city.
It's Rockefeller Center. Built in the midst of a crisis.
That man, he's not just watching.
No, he's controlling everything.
You don't seem like workers.
We're visitors.
My name is John Rockefeller. I'm responsible for this project.
Rockefeller, as in...
The Rockefeller Center.
At a time when men had nothing, this project gives them something. Work. But more than that, it gives them dignity.
It's not just about building.
It's about rebuilding a city.
Come. I'll show you how we build it. This is where it begins. Not from the ground, but from ambition. They risk everything for something they may never own.
They look calm.
They trust the structure. This is not chaos. It is organized effort. We are not building a tower. We are building a system. In times like these, you either stop or you build. We chose to build. You've seen what we are building. Now you should understand how. This is the architect behind it. You've seen the work. Now I'll show you the structure. This is the Rockefeller Center. A group of buildings designed to work as one. Each of these is a different building, and each one has a specific function. This is the main tower. It organizes the entire complex, the center of everything. This is the central plaza, a space designed for people at the heart of the project. At ground level, everything connects. Movement, access, activity. This is a steel structure. It supports the entire system and allows it to rise fast. What you saw outside is this system being assembled. The building grows from the base, floor by floor, until completion. It does not stand alone. It becomes part of New York. This is how you build, with purpose.
It's changing. Thank you. This made everything clear. That's the point of good design.
Now this place has life.
It's not just buildings.
It's a place.
In difficult times, people need more than survival. They need something to believe in. So we build bigger.
It was an honor to meet you.
The honor is mine. Take care of what you build. Matters more than you think.
Rockefeller didn't just build buildings.
He built a complete vision, controlled, precise.
And Hood brought that vision to life.
Every volume, every height, everything is part of a system. Are you ready?
Let's continue. Two historical works.
Two ways of understanding construction. One hides its structure.
The other turns it into a system. But both
Changed the way we build. Thank you for traveling with us.
This is just the beginning. If you want to see how the world was built,
Subscribe, and let's travel to the next destination.
next destination already set.